Imagine waking up with unshakable confidence. You don't second guess yourself or sabotage yourself when things begin to go well. And you're not looking for validation from other people either. You are centered and you show up as the person you are every single day, regardless of the situation you find yourself in. To many people, this seems like a fantasy. Of course, there are many things that are out of your control, but having self-confidence is one thing that you can control. I used to constantly doubt myself, destroy progress whenever I was doing something meaningful, and then wonder why nothing ever changed. I had this mindset that things just don't work out for me, or the world is out to get me. But over these last 12 to 18 months, I have adopted these 3 mental models that have completely changed the game for me. So let's discuss what they are and how they actually benefit you and help you become somebody who is deeply confident moving forward. Mental model number 1 is always keep promises to yourself. We've all been there before. It'll be the evening and you're settling in for bed. Before you go to bed, you write out this big to-do list of things you're going to accomplish the next day. You're feeling motivated, confident, and eager to get to bed so you can wake up and start doing those things tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes and you don't take action. And throughout the day, you rationalize within your mind why you didn't take action. You tell yourself, oh, well, I didn't sleep well enough, so I wasn't going to do that focused work. Or, oh, I had a bit of a stomach ache from the food I ate yesterday, so I'm not going to hit the gym. You think, oh, I have a bit of a cold, so I'm not going to talk to that potential client today. Following through feels impossible because there's this inner voice inside your head that's finding ways to self-sabotage you. And then you just end up back at square one. You gotta keep in mind that your subconscious mind remembers everything. So the more often you break promises with yourself, the more often you say you're going to do things and then don't do them, the more your mind begins to think, I'm someone who can't follow through. And if that's one of the programs that are running through your mind, then it'll feel impossible to make any meaningful changes. And confidence will be some far-fetched future with no potential of actually happening within your life. This is where understanding more about yourself and doing that inner work is so valuable. Mental model number 2, don't force anything. The more you try forcing things to happen, the less likely they are to actually happen. I didn't get this at first. I thought it was a bunch of spiritual mumbo-jumbo BS. After all, don't you need to push forward and boldly take action on things you want to actually achieve them, right? Well, yeah, you gotta put the work in and consistently show up every single day in order to get what you want. But here's the thing. What I'm getting at here is that when you operate from a place where you're not emotionally and mentally attached to that outcome, then you allow your subconscious mind to operate from a place of ease and stability and consistency. Because your subconscious mind communicates with emotions and images. So if you have in your head the image and the associated emotion of clinging on to whatever that outcome is you're moving towards, then your subconscious mind operates from a place of scarcity. And when you're operating from a place of scarcity, then you're anxious, you're on edge, you're envious of other people who have what you want. It's very difficult to maintain any sense of confidence when deep down you're subconsciously operating from these emotions. When you try forcing things, your mind associates this with a lack of control. And when you have a lack of control, your amygdala releases more cortisol. As we've discussed in many other videos, cortisol is the stress hormone. When you're stressed, this leads to foggy thinking, poor decision making, and the inability to stick things out even when they're not going your way. So just keep in mind the importance of easing up, taking a step back, understanding your situation before you move forward. And in doing so, you're instilling confidence at multiple levels within your mind. You're reinforcing the belief of, I can trust the process and myself. Mental model number 3, embracing silence. These days, it's never been easier to mindlessly distract yourself all the time. We go on social media, we watch TV, we listen to music, we listen to podcasts. We're always plugged in. And while I'm all for learning new things and entertainment, there is such a thing as overdoing it. Because when your mind is always stimulated with endless information and entertainment and other forms of media, then you don't allow it time to properly rest. There's this system within your brain called the default mode network. Think of this as the part of your brain responsible for cleaning things up. It's responsible for sweeping the floor and filing properly within the cabinets and ensuring that what you have going on beneath the surface makes sense. The thing is, your default mode network only activates when you do nothing. Think of those times when you have those random shower thoughts. This is the default mode network. Your default mode network is working beneath the surface, clearing things up within your mind to create this mental clarity. And when you're operating from a place of mental clarity, you can make better decisions and feel more congruent with doing things that align with what you want. And when this is the case, well, becoming somebody with confidence is obvious. It's inevitable. So in practical terms, there are some things you can do to allow your default mode network to activate. This is going for walks without your phone. This is cleaning your house without listening to music. This is driving without putting on the radio or a podcast. Just being totally mindful in whatever situation you're in. Observing what's happening around you. Taking into account what you feel through your senses. When you do this, you become more mentally clear. And as I said, mental clarity is a precursor to becoming somebody who operates with unshakable confidence. Because when you think clearly, you can set a big goal for yourself. When you have a big goal for yourself, then that's your mission. Everything you do on a day-to-day basis is moving towards that big goal. And those daily efforts, they compound, they stack. And as you continue to make progress, you become more competent in your skills. With competency comes confidence. When these three mental models align, confidence becomes inevitable. We live in a world where more people than not are anxious, mentally scattered, and unsure of what they want to do with their life. So if you can adopt these three powerful mental models, then you're automatically in a category of your own. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe while you're here. I'm posting multiple videos a week. And if you're somebody who wants to gain serious mental clarity, overcome your overthinking, become somebody who operates in a world with a clear purpose and acts with unshakable confidence every single day, and you want to fast track this process, be sure to check the link in the description below to work with me one-on-one. Alrighty then, I will see you in the next video. Bye.